I have achieved a small victory in my ongoing multiple litigations. So just to summarize this as expediently as possible, uh, my attorney decided at various points that because I was being sued in Utah, and neither I nor Russell Greer, sorry, and also Kiwi Farms, a website, was being sued in Utah, and neither I nor Russell Greer had any reason to be in Utah in the Utah court system. He filed a very, 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 very late venue change motion. Now, normally, 4 years into a bullshit copyright claim, you cannot file a venue change motion. However, because Russell Greer decided not to oppose any of the motions that we filed, we basically were granted all of them, I think. No, actually, the other ones are pending. They granted us the stay to get us the fuck out of their courtroom. And so we were being moved to Florida. After we were moved to Florida, Russell Greer decided, actually, I do want to oppose this change of venue. So we filed a motion to what I lovingly refer to as a motion to undo the thing that just happened, which is not a real motion. You cannot motion to undo the thing that just happened. You can appeal it, but you can't motion to undo the thing that just happened. Especially when it comes to venue changes, because it's a very technical area of law to decide who has jurisdiction. And as it turns out, when a court decides, actually, we're going to transfer this case to Florida, they immediately, as soon as they decide that we're going to transfer this case to Florida, the jurisdiction immediately after that does no longer has any jurisdiction. So there is no way that the court could have granted his appeal. However, in his motion to undo the thing that just happened, which was already moot, and there was no fucking way they could give him what he wanted, even if they wanted to. They waited 30 days to reply. That's interesting because you could file a reply immediately saying we don't have jurisdiction anymore. We can't give you what you want in your motion to undo the thing that has already happened. But they waited 30 days. Why would they do that? Well, maybe it took them 30 days to decide that they were going to reply to this. But the real answer is probably this. In the motion to undo the thing that already happened, Russell Greer threatened to appeal it. He said he was going to go take it to the 10th Circuit Appeals Court. And as it turns out, you have 30 days to file an appeal, even of anything. But as it turns out, um, it doesn't pause. It does not pause for the reply from the court. So because, again, the way this happened, we asked for a venue change. Court granted it. Russell files motion to undo the thing that just happened. Not a real thing. Doesn't exist. He thinks that he can appeal it once that's rejected. However, the clock was already starting on the thing that had already happened if he was going to appeal it in the 10th Circuit Court. Now, even if he appealed it, he would have been rejected because it's bullshit. And as the 10th Circuit doesn't have jurisdiction over the case anymore because it's in Florida. But just to make sure there's absolutely no fucking way that this has any chance to tie up any more goddamn time in the courts, they waited 30 days knowing that he would wait for their reply before trying to appeal it, so that when he does appeal it, because he will, they'll just say, it's been more than 30 days, go fuck yourself, and then they'll kick it back. Florida, in the meanwhile, said, you guys are still filing shit in Utah, so we're going to put a stay. We're going to put a holding on this until you guys figure out what's going on, even though they had jurisdiction over it. But now we know for sure that Florida has jurisdiction over the case. So guess what? Case is now active again. It's in Florida. Russell Greer can file an appeal to the 10th Circuit Court, appeals court. It doesn't matter. It's too late. They will say goodbye, bye bye, enjoy your trip to Florida, bye bye, bye bye, have fun in Pensacola, bye bye, check out Pensacola Beach, bye bye. Try not to drool in any of the young women in bikinis on Pensacola Beach while you're there, bye bye. So that's what's happened with this. The case is now active again. Also, I should mention that our Supreme Court writ of certiorari, I want to pronounce that, was listed, and it has been scheduled for another conference. I think it's next month sometime. And generally speaking, the longer that it takes to answer the writ, the more likely it is to be received. If it gets relisted even one time, that 5% chance to be accepted goes up to a 40% chance. So we're waiting on that. That might also happen at some point. Cool. That's the Russell Greer update. There is no Stebbins update. Hardin filed something to to challenge his application for paupers exemption to filing fees, and the magistrate judge for the West Virginia courts said, we already, you don't have to file this. They seem kind of annoyed, but it's like, you're going to be annoyed. It's an annoying case. You're going to be annoyed. It's worth pointing out for your consideration that this is stupid, just so you know. And he's like, well, we're going to be looking into it anyways. Like, okay, great. Well, now you know. That's that. Awesome. So that's the Russell Greer shit.